What's going on, fellow Commanders? Commanders of Caw, all you alike. My name is Dan.
I'm Chris.
It is here. Week 1 is upon us. Chris,
Thank you.
what is today's episode about?
So we're doing pick'ems, and we're gonna see how everything falls this season to see who picks the most games correct and who picks the most games wrong, and how many ties there are this season. That should also be interesting to see. So between the two of us, there's gonna be a winner and a loser. For the winner, the loser's going to purchase something with a $30 increment on eBay. Let's say you can get like a really sick deal on a jersey or like a mini helmet or like a football card or something like that. Just some random football item for that winner's team. Not something lame, like something you actually think is pretty cool. Like for example, let's say I find a Sean Taylor jersey for $30. That's a cool thing to get.
And it doesn't stop there. If anybody is watching this channel for a while, you'll know that I am not a Dallas Cowboys fan.
And I'm not a Cleveland Browns fan.
The loser also has to make a video about why the Dallas Cowboys or the Cleveland Browns are awesome.
Yes, and I will put one little asterisk next to that. Unless something funnier comes up to make a video about. So let's say midway during the season, I'm not caring about Cleveland and I am just annoyed at the Jets or just some random team. You could change it to that or something like that. I think that'd be pretty funny.
And I'm wearing my Megadeth shirt because this is going to be a battle to the death. I'm kidding. But anyway.
And I got the new Zay Flowers jersey finally on.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, well, let's get to it then. Here's a video. All right, Chris. The game is on.
It's on.
All right, right? It is currently 2 days before the regular season starts with the Lions and Chiefs game. So, Chris, let's go right into it. Who you picking?
The Detroit Lions.
Dang, I was going to pick them too. I don't know if we want to have a mutual upset here or not because on the one hand, it's the Chiefs and it's the Lions. But on the other hand, the Lions have expectations and could completely ball out.
And Travis Kelce just got injured today. Apparently,
that does change things. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that he had a overextended knee or something like that during practice, and now he's questionable for the game.
That's not
Their
good.
backup tight end's pretty good though. I will say that. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he actually is pretty good.
See, I don't know. Do we go with the smart option or do we go with the underdog here?
It's whatever you want to do. I'm going with the Detroit Lions for my first pick of this, which is funny because we had them going undefeated, but an injury kind of changes things to me, and I've been thinking about this all day today.
You know what? It is the first game of the season. It's gonna be really tight. It might be a field goal, but let's go Lions.
You're going Lions too? Okay.
Let's go Lions.
So going next to the 1 p.m. games on Sunday, we got the Titans at New Orleans. Who do you got, Dan?
Well, as I'm seeing here, New Orleans is favored to win, and if I'm a betting man, I put my money on New Orleans as well. I think that the Titans are just the worst team. I think the Saints, even though Alvin Kamara is out for a couple weeks, I think they're just overall, they got a better defense. Derek Carr is a better quarterback. I'm not even sure Ryan Tannehill is going to play half the season. I know it's probably a hot take, but I'm going Saints on this one.
I do think Ryan Tannehill's a little bit underrated personally. DeAndre Hopkins being there, Derrick Henry should make for a good game, but I think the Saints have a better defense personally. And I think Carr is going to light it up with Michael Thomas and Chris Olave. I think they're going to have a great game. Highly looking forward to that matchup. That's going to be a pretty good game, my personal opinion.
But then we have the Cardinals against the Commanders, which is a game I'm very interested in. I'm probably going to watch this over the Ravens, I'm sorry, because the bad man's gone, and I want to see how this team does. It doesn't say who's favored to win, which I think is kind of insulting to the Commanders because the Cardinals, they don't have a quarterback, and they just got rid of, what's-his-face, Colt McCoy.
I personally think the Commanders are going to win this game based off defense alone. I am interested to see how Sam Howell performs with Scary Terry. Hopefully, Scary Terry doesn't have any injuries with that foot, and everything's good to go there. I haven't really been keeping up on that since the Ravens game. But yeah, the Commanders should walk all over the Cardinals. I am picking the Commanders as well. So going to the Buccaneers at Vikings. Who do you think is going to win this, Dan?
Well, Minnesota's favored to win. I'm going with the bets here too. Minnesota, I think, is a better overall team. Isn't there some drama right now between it's Baker Mayfield and the backup? Who's gonna start for Tampa? To make things short, sweet, to the point, Vikings.
So looking at this game, the Buccaneers do have a better offensive scheme when it comes to their wide receivers, but they have Baker Mayfield throwing the ball. So I'm gonna go with Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson on this, and I do believe they also drafted Jordan Addison, if I'm correct. So he should do pretty good for him as well.
I think he's
So
out though this game.
is he out this game? That's
Yeah, because he
interesting.
was going 150 and a 50 or something like that.
Oh,
Something
that's
ridiculous.
right. I forgot about that
Yeah.
completely. So that's good to remember. I still think the Vikings walk away with the win on this. They're the better team.
This is one where it could get spicy. We're going to Pittsburgh, where the Steelers are going to play against the visiting San Francisco 49ers. This is a toss-up. Fox says that San Francisco is favored to win. Oh, gosh, it's going to be really tight, but I am going to go San Francisco here.
Yeah, you got Brock Purdy versus Kenny Pickett. You know what? Just so we're a little bit different, I'm actually going to pick Pittsburgh on this. I think the 49ers are going to win this game, but we will go with Pittsburgh on this. The reasons I'll choose Pittsburgh, they had a heck of a preseason, really had a good showing with their first string offense that was out there playing for the little bit of series there was. I also think they have a better defense, and Pittsburgh hands them, I think, his first loss of the regular season, if I remember correctly.
I was kind of thinking we would disagree on this one, but that's good. I think it's good for us to have some differing opinions there.
So looking at the next game, we got Cincinnati at Cleveland. And I personally am going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals on this one. They're favored to win. Bengals are a better team, my personal opinion. I think the money line's actually kind of close on this, if I remember correctly. I think it's like 195, 170 or something. So I think the Bengals do walk away with the win on this. They are the better team.
I agree. Don't really need to get into it. However, this season is going to be very important for the Browns because if they don't get their crap together, it's going to be an interesting next couple of years. But let's move forward. We got the Panthers and the Falcons, which I think when we did our divisional prediction video, I think we said they were going to tie here. I am honestly going to give the slight edge to the Falcons just because Bryce Young, he disappointed me slightly, very slightly in the preseason from what I saw. And I think Desmond Ridder, Taylor Heineke, I think they both can overcome the Panthers' defense currently.
I am also choosing the Falcons as well, mainly because it is a young quarterback versus another young quarterback I haven't seen much out of as well. But I want to see how the running back does for the Falcons themselves. I want to see how Calais Campbell does as well.
Oh, yeah, Calais Campbell. Yep.
So I personally think the Falcons walk away with the win. It would not shock me, though, if the Panthers do upset.
I mean, it could be a tie for all we know, but let's go to the easiest pick of the week. And no offense here, Houston fans. We think the Ravens are going to beat the Texans. Do we really need to go over this?
I'm just going to say that I think Lamar's going to pass for 4 touchdowns or rush for 1. Okay.
I want to see OBJ get a touchdown on the first drive. I want to see, say, Flowers get a touchdown. I just want to see them flexing here. No offense, Houston. I think that with a good defensive coach and D'Amico Ryan, it's going to help, but I still think the Ravens, coming out of the gate with all their starters, are going to win this one.
So who you got for Jacksonville and the Colts in Indianapolis?
Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
100%.
Jacksonville for me as well.
I mean, it's just they're a better overall team. Jim Irsay, him and Jimmy Haslam might be like the two competing for worst owner in the NFL now that Snyder's gone. Take that with what you will, but Jacksonville's favored to win. I'm going Jacksonville.
That's fair. I'm going Jacksonville as well. Trevor Lawrence is an animal, and I look for Ridley to actually have a very good season with him as well.
Believe it or not, Chicago is favored to win at home against the Packers. And this is a 425. We've crossed over to the 425 games. I'm going to go with the Bears just because I believe in them. I don't think that they're going to make the playoffs personally. If they do, it'll be like just barely as a wild card, but I have sort of hopes for this team.
Yeah, that's another one that we're going to be the same on because I also am picking the Chicago Bears. I would pick the Packers to be an upset here and the Packers to win. I don't trust Jordan Love yet. I trust Christian Watson. I mean, he looks like a really good wide receiver. But I really, really want to see how Justin Fields does. And I personally am a believer in the Bears this year and think they're going to do a good job.
I want to see how DJ Moore does in the system, too.
Yes, me too.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Packers, honestly. But it's okay. But I think we're in agreement, though, that Philadelphia is favored to win against the Patriots, and I guess technically it's your turn to pick first, but...
Oh, no, you're on the right track. I am also favoring the Eagles to win this game.
Yeah, this is a team where, It looks like a duck. It quacks like a duck. It must be a duck. So they're a good team.
So next we got the Rams going into Seattle, and I am going to say Seattle, just like their favorite to win, is going to walk away with the victory on this. I think Geno Smith's going to have a good game, but I also think that they're going to have a pretty close game here, like maybe 24-21.
I'm also going to pick Seattle, but I think this is going to be by a touchdown. No, no less than a touchdown is going to decide this.
That's fair.
I think the Rams are getting older, and from what I've heard, Sean McVay doesn't know if he's going to be there a while. Apparently, Matthew Stafford is just having trouble just kind of communicating with the young players, kind of being the leader that he needs to be. At this point, if I'm him, I got the ring. I'm retiring. I'm good. Yeah, I think it'll be a touchdown. I think Seattle, they have more to prove.
Nope, that's 100% right.
I feel like we may disagree on this one. We got the Dolphins going to LA to play the Chargers. I'm seeing here that the Chargers are favored to win. I'm going Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that. I personally think the Dolphins are the better team here. But just so we do have a disagreement on this, I will go with the favored Chargers. The Chargers can win because they have Herbert. They have a decent defense. I think they could create some trouble. Dolphins have some injuries when it comes to like Jalen Ramsey. Tyreek Hill situation seems to have cleared up, but how are they going to do? How's Tua's health going to be? So I'll go with the Chargers on this as well.
Yeah, those are legitimate question marks, but I still feel that if the Dolphins are a complete team, obviously Jalen Ramsey's still out, but I think that they have the chance to beat an upset here.
No, absolutely. I was going to go with the Dolphins, but I need to create a little bit of difference between us so that, I can get ahead early.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So going into Denver versus the Raiders. I personally think the Raiders are going to win this game because they have Josh Jacobs, they have Devontae Adams, they have Jimmy G, and I'm a big believer of him. And I don't think Denver's going to be that good, personally. So I'm going with the Las Vegas Raiders.
They also got Marcus Peters as a free agent. I agree with what you're saying, but I'm a believer in Denver for this game. Denver's actually favored to win. I don't know. My gut's just telling me just to be on the lookout for this team. I'm not saying they're going to be great. I'm just saying be on the lookout for this team, at least this week.
I could definitely see that.
Well, let's go ahead and then let's go to my fellow NFC East brethren, if you want to call them that. We're going to have the Cowboys go into MetLife Stadium to face the Giants.
You mean
And Dallas is favored to win. So you tell me, as an outsider looking in, what do you think's going to happen?
Dallas is going to walk the Giants. I don't think Daniel Jones is a good quarterback. I think they have a decent defense. I think last year might have been a little bit of a fluke. I think they are the fourth team in their division, so I think Dallas is going to walk them.
My mind is telling me Dallas. My heart's telling me New York, but I'll go with my mind, and I will say Dallas wins this one. Now then, we got the last game. We got Monday.
Monday night
8:15.
Monday night football.
Bills and the Jets. Oh, man. I think, again, mind versus the heart. The mind tells me that the Bills are going to win this, but the heart tells me that the Jets are going to be hungry. So just for the sake of seeing if I'm right, I'm going to go Jets here.
This is a tough one. This is a toughie right here.
It might be the toughest one.
I'm going to go ahead and give me the Buffalo Bills. They got Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. Von Miller is hurt, so that kind of makes me want to choose the Jets right there by itself because I don't think they're going to create too much pass pressure. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm going with the New York Jets.
Going once, going twice. All right,
Yeah,
sold.
we're going with the Jets on that one. Just because Von Miller not being able to be there to create pass rush, they got rid of the guy that was supposed to replace him. I think Aaron Rodgers feeds on their defense, personally.
Well, there you have it. Those are our picks for week 1. Now, you can say, hey, you already did your picks for the divisions. Things change, man. So let us know what your picks are in the comments. Go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. And Chris, any last words?
Yeah, I appreciate all you guys and your support that you guys have been showing to the channel. We're going to be having some new videos coming out here soon. One of them is going to be who we think's in the top 10 for the league currently. When that comes out, make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment on it, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.